All right, we're back. 2 week little. We'll call it a little fall break. Fall break we had to get into. Casey and I were out of town. We went to see the A's in Sacramento on Saturday a couple weeks ago. Yeah, yes, they lost to the Royals. No shock whatsoever. And then we were at Fort Bragg last weekend. But we're back. I know Tyler and Brian held a few T&B episodes there, so hopefully you guys got to check that out. Gentlemen, 2 weeks it's just too long. Too long, Tyler. How you been?
I've been well. I've been good. It's good to have you guys back. I was shocked when I heard Casey was going to the A's game in Sacramento.
Free tickets.
Free ticket.
Did Mark
Xavier
McGuire let you into the park? Because I know Mark McGuire was like, no more Casey.
No, they were pretty tight though, Brad. We called up because my sister literally lives like 4 minutes from the stadium, like not very far at all. So her husband Angela drops me, Xavier, and Casey off early because somebody told them they could get in 2 hours before the game. Turned out it was only for season ticket holders that could get into it. So we waited a half an hour, and there was a lady there right out. I'd say Case pretty good, 5:30 though. So she got there with it. So we got in. But yeah, it wasn't the same. The soul of the place was not the same. That's my biggest takeaway from going. It's like your fans were there, they're cheering, they're doing their dance and stuff, but it was like no build up to anything. No, like it just didn't have. It felt like a weird fan base. Like all right, it just felt weird a little bit. So that was my takeaway from going with it. But good MLB playoffs with coming up here. We'll get into that too. But yeah, T, what do you got? It sounded like you were going to say something to me.
No, I wasn't. I was just thinking.
No. Case, did you?
I mean, nothing beat in Oakland back in the day. I remember Adam came to a game with us, and they played that one good-looking boy song, and
that was always an odd.
Adam's face was priceless.
That was always an interesting choice of a song. I thought, a good-looking boy, but that was but they played it no matter what. But yeah, no, we're here with it. I want to kind of get into baseball in a little bit here as well. Case, I thought I put the headline up. I thought we could start there. Is the Raiders intervention a little bit here? Yeah, I 1-4, and I mean enough to where I talked to Dad yesterday. And he goes, I don't even waste my time anymore. Like he said, he hasn't. I mean, we're getting to a low point when I'm like, you went from recording Commanders Raiders, and you could have fast forward through half of that garbage, and then but now to just completely giving up. His dad hit a breaking point with the Raiders. He hit a breaking point. Just you can't waste your time on that. You can't waste 3 hours.
I went over yesterday just real quick to drop off some lemons, and some fruit or whatever, and then he's like, "Well, if you want to come over tomorrow and watch some terrible football, you're more than welcome." But I was like, "Actually, I think the Niners and Bucs are taking over the slot." He goes, "Well, that's even better than I guess." Yeah. I don't want to be stuck watching the 1-4 Titans versus the 1-4 Raiders. As much as I love my Raiders, it could be that's going to be a rough game to watch.
I mean, thank God we were driving home for half of the game last week. Thank God.
Mark Sanchez took the other way out of not watching that game.
It took 2 minutes and we got Mark in the show. I like it. I think I got Mark in the show.
Yeah, it's rough, dude. I think I texted the group guys. I think it's the worst assimilated talent we've had.
You felt so good. You were like talking them up. And Brian's over here like, oh, we're going to make you feel better about it this year. No, Brian, you can't. You can't make anybody feel better about the Raiders. They're a pathetic organization. And that's what I don't know if it's the worst talent they've ever had.
It's
but my God, it sucks. It's terrible. And you got Chip Kelly telling your running back to change his stance when you draft him with the 6th pick overall, and he sucks for 2 weeks, and then he goes, oh, no, go back to the regular stance that you had that worked your whole darn life. And then he does well for the next 3 weeks. Idiotic, Brian. Idiotic, this franchise. Terrible, Brian. Come on.
What did I call Gino in the offseason? Pick 6 Gino. You guys didn't want to listen to me. I told you.
Yeah, but you said they could actually be decent because of Gino. And then,
they're worse.
I mean, they're terrible.
Interceptions. And they're dumb interceptions, too. It's
And their special teams are very special. They are very special.
Very special. They almost got our second best player hurt last week.
Adrian Cole. Tyler, we're in a bad spot again.
That's not good for the Rams. I mean, you have Joe Biden on the sidelines running things, and then you have his commander-in-chief being Chip Kelly. It's an ugly look over there. No, getting paid $6 million. This offense is atrocious. Like Bowers being banged up has set you guys back considerably, but I don't think he's saving a season. Chip Kelly's garbage. I don't know how he still has a job in the NFL.
I agree. I mean, he's not an NFL. Doesn't feel like he's an NFL coach, and people will have point to other seasons where I know he's had success, but he seems like he makes players worse. That's not a good thing.
I mean, outside of him being at Oregon, like he's had no sustained success. He has like his one-off years, but there's been nothing sustained outside of Oregon.
Yeah.
With UCLA, they were pathetic.
It was that
Came to the
Ohio
Niners,
State.
pathetic.
It was the Ohio State that gave him the second chance to get back in the NFL.
I could draw up offensive plays for
I'm
Ohio
not
State.
And he had like Smith and Jigba. I mean, he was loaded with wide receivers. I mean,
Olave, Garrett Wilson.
I don't know. It's just tough because it's like I think the hard thing is more so is like it'd be nice to see what the games were like without all these interceptions. I'm not saying we would be, maybe winning, but I think it'd be a lot more competitive because when you're throwing, I mean, these are deflating interceptions when you're in the red zone and you're throwing a pick six and you're turning the ball over in like prime spots to get points when it's like 10-3 or 17-3. And then it goes to 24-3 and opposed to 17-10 or 17-6. I mean, that's a huge flip in the game. It's just after that, our team's not talented enough to score 21 straight unanswered. Like it's just not. It's not possible. Max Crosby's playing lights out this year, but there's only so much one guy can do. So
the game he had versus the Bears, it's like I'm like that's like why you're like unreal. Like I mean, that would be my highlight tape, and they still lose on a block kick. I mean, they lose to the Bears again. Tyler at home, the Bears. I mean, like we're talking like it's not like the schedule they're playing is tough, and they just cannot figure it out. And I mean, they get crushed. That's the thing. 40-6. That's like that is a reflection of the coach for sure. And your quarterback sucking like this. I guess the reason I wanted to start with the Raiders, we all know they suck, but like, what do they actually do? Like they hired Pete Carroll. It's like Casey's like, well, they got to give him time. Like like that. Like that's remember when we were driving home. I'm like. No, like at this point, I might want to see Kenneth Pickett. Like, I mean, that like literally, this is how bad this is getting. Like, like they need a quarterback. Like everybody's joking that Mac Jones is going to be their guy next. Like that's my point. Is like they just don't get a guy. They cannot figure out that position. And I know you could say Carr, great. We made two playoff wins, had a decade with him, but they haven't had a guy that really can take them over the top, and they still lack in that area, big time.
Yeah.
And something feels wrong with the coaching.
Sense what Carroll said at the end of the game is like somebody said, "Well, why didn't you just put another quarterback?" He's like, "Well, Geno Smith needs reps. How do you need reps if you're a veteran quarterback?"
$75 million probably part of it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. I was going to say they have a backup quarterback when you mentioned Kenny Pickett.
Yeah,
the Raiders are in a tough spot. I mean,
yes.
They're almost like. I mean, I know this is going to be a reach for people who aren't in the band. They're like the Sharks. Like, wins and losses don't matter at this point. It's basically developed Genti and Bowers and the young defensive players. Like, results, as much as NFL is a result-based league, there's throwaway years, and you guys are at that point. Like, you guys are getting dominated by a Colts team who's played good so far. The Bears, you guys could have beat. The Chargers made you guys – I don't know. It's just been ugly for these first 5 weeks.
Commanders.
I don't see it getting better. Yeah, with Mariota at quarterback. I just don't see it getting better for the Raiders.
The late great Mariota. The late great. My God.
I read a report that said that if the Raiders lose today, that Brady's getting frustrated and that he would just do a full rebuild. I mean, what's a full rebuild? Haven't they done that already?
I honestly, it's just drafting a first round quarterback and then saying that's your rebuild. That's literally what I feel like that's literally what that means.
They literally did a rebuild. They built a whole new stadium. Like they've done everything, rebuilt everything that you can rebuild. It's like what the line from Big Daddy. He's got a 6-year plan. He's like, "What? Don't die!" Like
to stay alive.
Yeah, I mean, like that's literally to stay alive. That's a great line right there. That movie. I actually watched that recently. That's a classic. That is a good throwback. Let's
He's old.
hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. You give him the easy ones. You give him.
If you don't like spaghetti and meatballs, you can get the hell out of here.
No, I mean, you guys were talking about Gino's numbers. So 6 TDs, 9 interceptions, and he's been sacked 16 times in 5 games. I mean, my God. And he's been some bad ones. So I don't know what they do there. I think if let's just say they lose today to the Titans, 1-5. I don't think you can go. I mean, I think you got to give Pickett a try at that point. I mean, we're all looking here saying like that's not much better, but I'm saying like you got to do something, right? Or am I wrong? You got to give Pickett a try if you lose today.
Do you think if they start 1-5 that Chip Kelly deserves to get fired already?
I think a lot of people deserve to get fired at 1-5, but I mean, I think it's just like the first year under Pete, and I think a lot of they're gonna have some leeway, I guess you want to say. I don't know how much leeway, but I'm sure they'll give him another year. I mean, whatever Pete probably wants to do. I don't know, but it's a tough watch to watch, Brian. Like the offense is very not like it's so stagnant. It's predictable. It's going to be a halfback dive. It might be a toss. If not, we're throwing hook routes and we're throwing slants. We're not. That's pretty much it.
Trey Tucker, star of the show this year with everything. I wanted to bring up the last thing before I move on the Niners is Tyler or Brian. You brought up Tom Brady real quick, and that got me thinking yesterday. Is like that's also part of the problem. Is like they have people that like consistently change, and like Tom Brady doesn't do anything. Like let's be realistic. Like he's not John Lynch. This guy likes to do all these other things. John Lynch loves football. He's just going to GM. Like Tom Brady will never be that. He likes to, get his massages. He likes to eat his avocado toast. He likes to, go on these shows. He likes to be part of like the public spotlight. And I don't think John Lynch is that type of person. So like to me, the Brady thing is annoying, and I would rather have him not in the organization. I feel like in some ways, and their organization as a whole, as a GM, one of the most important spots is they just can never figure it out ever.
Bring back AB.
Bring back AB Trask. Yeah,
Tom Brady would be your LFG then.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you going to see Martinez today, or is Jones going to finish the game? Is Jones even going to finish the game today? He looked dead after Thursday night, but he powered through. I mean, what a game Mac Jones had against those Rams there. But going into today, I'm a little worried if Mr. Martinez might have to see a few snaps for you. But hell, you guys are 4-1. You've been resilient. It's been probably one of the best stories to start out the NFL year. Let's stay, as Brian would say, let's stay positive for a minute here. That was one of the gutsier Niners wins I can remember in a while. That play at the goal line was awesome, where he punches it out there. That was awesome.
Yeah,
a great. Go ahead, Brian.
It was that was probably one of the best regular season wins I've witnessed in a while. I mean, making that stop and having Warner throw off the helmet just was the greatest thing ever, man.
T.
I don't know about greatest thing ever. I mean, it's a regular season game. There was a lot to improve.
Anytime you beat the Rams, it's awesome. It's like with the Raiders. If you beat the Denver Broncos, I mean,
I didn't interrupt you speaking, bro. I didn't interrupt you. I waited for you to finish. Like I said, I don't know about the greatest thing ever. It's a great win.
It was
awesome. It was an amazing regular season win. One of the best defensive plays I've seen in the regular season. That punch, the great punch to the jaw of the ball to get Kyron Williams to fumble the ball. It was a great play, and how they won that game, I have no idea, because that pass rush was atrocious in the second half. Why they ran the ball?
Here comes the nitpicker.
Well, you got him, Brian. You're 4-1. You're not the top. You got it. We got to nitpick this. You can't always just be like.
The pass rush was atrocious. The offense was great. Mac Jones' guts are unbelievable. Like I've learned more about him and respect him as a football player more than I ever have. I thought, like, going into this year, I was like, oh, Shanahan could rebuild him into something like maybe a 4th-round pick they could get from him or something. He's looked unbelievable, and he's tough as nails. He's the perfect counterfeit to Purdy. They're going to need both of them all year because, like you mentioned, Adrian Martinez is going to get snaps. Probably with the way that Mac Jones looked at times in that game when he'd get hit. So
Yeah, it looked like
great win, unbelievable. Kendrick Bourne bounces back after like 4 drops 2 weeks ago to have 10 receptions
he
for
was
145 yards. I don't know. Gutsy effort. Shanahan is the man, best coach the 49ers have had in my actual lifetime. Obviously, I was alive for Seifert. But Shanahan just
I'd be pumped today, Tyler. Your boy's back, Mustafa.
That was in my winners of the week, but yeah, I'm stoked. We're on the right way. We're moving in the right direction.
So is this
just need those young defensive linemen to get more pass rush.
Is this Martinez the same guy from Nebraska?
I believe so.
Yeah, I asked Darren that. He didn't know.
He came from the USFL.
That's the only Martinez I know.
That's the only one I could think of. So.
But I don't think he was NFL material. But I was
I didn't.
So I don't think it's the same guy. Brian shook his head. No, that it's not.
He's
I think Sala.
Oh,
he's a Cornhusker. There he is. I think Salah's the early hero of the season, right? He's been a huge difference with you guys.
No, he said he was going to end his life.
You'd have to say so far Shanahan's coach of the year. Would you say that?
Yeah, I would say right now he's probably the early.
Him or Dan Campbell
or Steichen.
Yeah,
don't Steichen my mood. Don't Steichen.
But fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Carry on.
You're talking about Salah.
Oh yeah, Fred Warner being fully healthy, just an absolute beast.
How do you guys do it with linebackers? They get Winters in there. It's like we're sitting over here with we're like, oh yeah, Spillane's good for 2 years. Let's get him out of here. Let's go back to terrible linebacker play. And I just don't understand how the Niners do it. It's like you guys always have good linebackers.
We've had great fortune since Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis,
and he's 4 tackles away from being Patrick Willis's all-time tackle record.
Who were the 2 guys that went with? It was Willis Bowman, and who were the other 2 edge guys? That were good. Alden Smith, right?
And Justin Smith and Ahmed Brooks.
Ahmed Brooks was the other linebacker I was thinking. That's the guy I kept forgetting about.
He's the one who hit Drew Brees, and they called the worst roughing the passer I've ever seen. I said, yeah.
I mean, that hit was so hard that it moved Drew Brees' neck over.
I saw a top 30 quarterback list involving kind of players that retired. I'll do that in just a sec, but just to finish out the Niners here real quick. Game today in Tampa. Obviously been a good season. I would think in some ways the way they're going into it, it wouldn't be it's not like one of those. It wouldn't be a total surprise loss, I guess you would say, if they came out on the short end. But it'd be another huge win to go 5-1 and win on the road in Tampa Bay. What do you think, Tyler? What do you think your chances are today?
I mean, we're both banged up, both teams. I think Tampa has their starting quarterback, which is an advantage. It's going to be a good game. I don't think it's wrong that Tampa Bay's favored. They should be. Baker Mayfield's been absolutely unbelievable. They have to get a pass rush. I can't mention it enough on this podcast. For the 49ers to win, they cannot rush the passer like they have the last 2 weeks.
Sala doesn't like the blitz, though. That's the one thing I remember about.
But when you don't have Bosa out there, you don't have an elite pass rusher, and you have 3 rookies who are still kind of trying to find their way, you have to send some blitzes. I know he loves to have that shell and rally and tackle, which works out great when you have a front 4 who can get to the quarterback on a pretty regular basis. I don't know. Baker Mayfield, the week he had last week, the week he's had all year, it just seems like a tall task right now. Do I think we can beat him? Absolutely. But it will be a tough game.
Brian, Niners win. What's the score?
I'm going to say 34-27.
34 points. Another Mac Jones performance that says,
I don't think this is a mirage. I think he sees this as a second chance to get a starting job. So he's performing well in this.
Persall's out today, right?
Yeah.
Is Persall out and you got Jennings in, though?
Yeah, Jennings.
Man, Jennings looked like he broke his ribs on that one play. I'm like, shocked. That's why I'm like, man, NFL players are built different. I'd be like, oh, not even be able to drive. Like the shot he took on that touchdown was versus the Rams. Right, that was the Rams, right, where he took that shot. Right,
That 2-point conversion, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, my left ribs.
I guess I was going to make a point about the blitzing. I think we can afford to do that a little bit more with Mustafa back. You know,
Uncle Moo.
Surprised if we, blitz a little bit more to get pressure because we have him back. So.
Anything else surprising you? Did you guys like? Man, what an offensive performance! The genius play calling I saw on Thursday, like the 4 straight tush pushes. I mean, talk about like Brand, like breaking the internet. I mean, like I would like just love it. I was telling Casey on the other day, like a preseason game, the 2 coaches just agree to do tush pushes the whole game. Like this was like your 8th grade quarterbacks, and just like if you hated the rules so much, you'll like force the NFL to give it like actual of a discussion. You just like band together as coaches, like, I want to play another tush push for 3 yards, and like or something like that. So I don't know. They just don't call the false start. If you just call the false start, it's the play I don't have a problem with. It's just a quarterback sneak. But I'm just saying, like, I don't get the. I don't know. That was one thing that caught my attention Thursday.
Like, what's with the Eagles? I just don't see the effort this year that I saw last year.
I would get bored running that play too. I mean, they probably let's do something else.
I mean, like nobody's talking about the Eagles, but they just don't look like the same team this year.
I mean, they did play a lot of football the last few years, just like the Niners. They started out 4-0. Maybe like you said, maybe like Casey said, got a little bored. Something off. They obviously are having. You got to get AJ Brown more involved. I mean, that's to me him. I don't expect Barkley to run for 200 yards every week. So like, it doesn't shock me that he might pick it up later in the season. But I think the AJ Brown thing is a little concerning, and their offensive line is not quite as dominant this year as it seems like it's been in the past. That would be my early thoughts with it.
Jalen Hurts is
missed. I feel like no one's really talking about it. Like,
because they're 4-2 still. I think they got pretty ripped though against the Giants. I mean, they weren't good. They were terrible. But I think if they losing, what do you want them to say? Like this is like the worst team, or like what do you mean by that?
It feels like the national media just they slurp the Chiefs and the Eagles like no
so
other.
You just want them to say the Niners are way better than the Eagles. And that's
I don't know. I just look for it every week on the pregame show. Like all they do is talk about Eagles and Chiefs. Eagles and Chiefs.
Well, they did make the Super Bowl last year. I mean,
I think I just think Brian. I think they lose one more week, 3 in a row. Then you're gonna get a little bit more of that. But I think just the fact that they're 4-2 and they still have the talent. That would be my thoughts with it. But I don't know. Maybe the Eagles players probably feel different.
I still think I think I've seen some negative things about the Eagles. As far as AJ Brown, every week they're talking about like how disgruntled and all the comments he makes, right? Jalen Hurts he was in my winners and losers of the week because I have no idea what to make of him as a quarterback. Some days I'm like, this guy sucks. Like he's terrible. He has all these weapons. He has a great O-line. You said it took a step back, which it has, but it's still good. And he's terrible. But then he has weeks where you're like, this guy's unstoppable. He just finds a way to win. He does everything you need. So, he was in winners and losers. For me, Sirianni is not a good head coach. The talent on this Eagles team, they should be much better, more consistent than they have been. They did win a Super Bowl. Hats off to them. And Sirianni, you can't take that away from him. But are you guys, do you look at Sirianni and go, oh, God, this guy's going to be like a mastermind behind the game plan that's going to win? I just don't see it. I think they were so overly talented last year with the O-line being like the best O-line. Saquon Barkley having a career year. Then you have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You can't guard them any other way than one-on-one. And Jalen Hurts, if everything breaks down, he has good legs. He can move. But if you make him throw, you can beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been the 2 Super Bowls, so I don't know, like Sirianni. I mean, that's tough to do right there. So I definitely, I mean, if you remember last year, he was on the hot seat like all last year. Basically, kind of just like Ryan Day. If he didn't win it all, he wasn't gonna get his job retained. But they went on that ridiculous run, and I think that buys him some time. I don't think he's like a Sean McVay. I would take Sean McVay over him, but I mean, you put enough things in your resume, it's kind of hard to dispute it. But, so I think that's kind of where I'm with that.
Tyler, you threw this out. Max Crosby for Brock Purdy. The Niners do that and play Mac Jones, and when the Raiders want to do that and take Brock Purdy, I think if I was the Raiders, I would probably do that in a heartbeat.
Oh.
But I don't know if
they have Casey, you've had like a 180 turn on Brock Purdy.
Max wants to win. He doesn't want to keep losing. Come on. We're gonna see.
I wouldn't do it as a Niners fan. I value Brock Purdy too much to trade for a defensive lineman, as much as valuable as they are. But I think it's a good hypothetical. They both, one of them needs a quarterback, one of them needs a defensive pass rusher. The Niners have a backup quarterback who has played admirably. So that's why I threw it up. I thought that'd be an interesting conversation.
I will not do anything to contribute to the Niners doing positive things. We will not do that as a fan base. We will not.
I think it's time to admit that you're losing the bet, Casey.
I don't think Brock Purdy would get destroyed on the Raiders. There's no offensive line. It's like he'd be running for his life. He might have a better chance than Geno, but I mean, I don't think him throwing fastballs, his arm's not good enough for our team.
He would make Brock Bowers a stud too. I mean,
Brock Bowers is already a stud. He'd make Brock Purdy a stud. I mean, I don't know.
Casey, you're talking about Brock Purdy. Your 180 switch.
He really
frustration with your Raiders sucking.
I swear, after watching the games, he was sailing balls before he got. Maybe it was the injury. I don't know, but he was sailing a lot of balls, missing a lot of guys that were open. I don't know. I just. I think for change.
The Raiders went 1-4 in Brock Purdy.
1-4. 1-4.
Mac Jones has more win than Purdy this year.
Mac Jones.
See, this is what we're talking about, Darren. He always has. He has a consistent 6 in the Raiders. You can't drop him from that 6.
Well, I'm always at -6.
So you would do it, Darren, Max, for Brock or no?
Yeah, I would do it.
Casey, you're a no. Brian, would you do it?
I'm at the point where I want to give Purdy another chance. I wouldn't trade him after there.
For Max Crosby, though.
Purdy for Crosby. You get Crosby, we get Purdy.
Yeah, I would do that if we got Max Crosby.
He finally bended a little bit on that.
I'm a no.
Throw in Fred Warner too, please.
Shanahan.
We'll give you Jinty.
Shanahan wants nothing to do with
Martin and a 1st and a 5th round pick. Would you do that?
I'll do that. No, I would not do that.
The guy on ESPN, he's kind of dumb, but whatever. Mike Tannenbaum, he's like, yeah, a 2nd and a 4th for Max Crosby. Yeah, like a 2nd and a 4th, that's a slap in the face. I was like, I would never trade for a 2nd and a 4th. I was like, get the hell out of here.
Could you imagine in our Madden franchises, I'll give you a 2nd and a 4th for
what the hell? He's like, well, he's been kind of banged up and injured. I'm like, that's the only good player in our team. What it'd be like trading Monte Ellis when the Warriors really suck. What's the reason they even go now? Like, there is no reason.
I went to the game right after. I went to the game actually right after the trade. Mr. Latham got booed out of the building. What do you just to keep it moving a little bit, just real quick? It looks like the only kind of game that catches my attention this week. I mean, I know we got Seahawks, Jaguar, whatever, some whatever. They're decent, but obviously Cardinals, Colts as well, Brian. But I was thinking, who do you got, Lions or Chiefs tonight?
Nobody cares about the Cardinals.
That coach was like my inspiration. That's how I would chew out the Raiders. How he did the running back last week. I mean,
just slap the hell
no
out of
Kyler Murray. So the Cardinals are getting destroyed today.
Did you see the coach though? Ryan ripped the player after the fumble beforehand. Did you see that? There's a controversy this week with the coach there.
He forgot the baby powder.
I forgot that. That's me towards the Raiders every week. And Jonathan Kuminga in the offseason.
The Jags actually made an underrated trade recently. They got Newsome, the corner from the Browns. So I thought that was a good trade for the Jaguars.
7th round pick. Give it up for that. What was the
7th and 6th round swap?
for that.
No, I think Newsom's a good corner. So.
Brian, I've never heard you say something nice about Gavin Newsom in my whole life.
Gavin.
I thought you were talking about Gabby.
Let's go. Tyler, you got Lions or Chiefs tonight, then, real quick?
I got Lions. I think the Lions are the best team in the NFC right now. Sorry, Brian. I know that hurt.
In Kansas City.
I think the Lions.
What if we
after
beat the Bucs in Tampa?
Brian, stop interrupting.
Just like I said, show some Niner love, National.
Yes, show the Niners some love. I think the Lions are the best team in the NFC. I'm a little worried about out week 1, but they look like the same old teams without the offensive and defensive coordinator. And they were the best team last year. They just happened to run into a buzzsaw in Baker Mayfield.
I'd be impressed to beat the Ravens on the road too. Come back and beat the Chiefs. Case, Lions or Chiefs?
This is a game where Jared Goff could go berserk with 5 touchdowns or 5 interceptions, and I'm not sure which way he's going to.
I have St. Brown on my team. I need the other way. I need the other way.
I'll go with the Lions in like a pretty good shootout. I'll say like 35-28.
35-28. All right. We got
Detroit scores more points this year than without Ben Johnson to get that bum out of there.
That just seems like a lot of points for the Chiefs.
That does seem like. Can the Jets get a win in London today? Can they get off the schneid? Can they beat the Broncos? They're down 10-6 at halftime. That's a little NFL action this morning. I gotta give me and Casey maybe just a minute to enjoy this. This is the only thing I can think about for football when I see Raiders and the Titans. I'm like, all right, well, it's kind of. I'm like, that's literally the last time they won. What a playoff game or actually did anything positive. Casey, just to make us feel better about the season.
Bear Robbins curse.
We'll give 1 minute of enjoyment on this.
Titans in our way. Hey, one way to do it. Whoop their ass on 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoop their ass.
And corner right, wants a crossing route, end zone, no throw there. Gannon has a turn again. Now throws, caught, corner, touchdown, Raiders.
Bill Callahan.
Incredibly, the Raiders called only one running play in the first half, a strategy that Gannon and Porter worked to perfection.
Oh, that brings back some nostalgia. That was that last Raiders win. Only one run. I like it. One run.
And now the battle for the first overall pick.
Man, I think the last
over under how many picks will Geno Smith throw?
That's where we're at with it.
All I know is when I see Bill Callahan, it was when they played the Browns. It was at the game. Got the dumbest team in America.
That will always be Bill Callahan's greatest thing that he contributed.
Did I tell you I talked to Ron Brooks about that? He was at that game and he was in the press area when that happened. I was like, how'd that go? He's like, everybody as soon as he said it, before they finished interviews, ran into the locker room and wanted to talk to the players about what they thought of this quote by their head coach. I was like, oh man, that must have been an awkward situation.
Oh yeah, that was such a big deal. I mean, when you call your team like that, I mean, you're not gonna.
It was Jerry Rice, Tim Brown, they were still.
No, they weren't on that team still.
Yeah, they were. Jerry
it was
Rice,
the very next year.
The very next year,
they made the Super Bowl. They were still there. Yeah, they were.
Straight
Charles
up Hall of
Woodson.
Famers dumb. I
That's
was
right.
like, yeah, it's not gonna work out.
Hopefully, Lincoln Kennedy did something to him. All right, so that's a little
Did you
NFL.
notice all that protection Rich had, taking his time patting the ball? I was like, that's the offensive line we need.
Well, right now,
Bring back Lincoln.
America, in terms of got to be the dumbest team in America.
dumbest team in America. Thank you, Bill, for an all-time quote on that one. We appreciate that. The dumbest team in America with it. So yeah, big games today. Only 3 afternoon games. Man, the Bengals having Burrow hurt ruins all their games. That would be good games. It ruins them all. It's like every week. I'm like, I'm almost like, well, maybe we could do that with it. So
Brian, hey Casey, looking back on it, it says it was after a Broncos game. The dumbest team.
Was it Broncos?
Yeah, they were selling because someone's selling a ticket on eBay for $30.
Oh, when I say Browns, huh? Broncos,
Yeah.
Browns, yeah.
Get it right. Come on, let's go. Get your knowledge. Let's go. Get the knowledge up there.
I just remember-
Do you still have your ticket stuff? You can sell for $30 on eBay. I missed even America ticket.
Probably burned it, I'm sure.
I saw this list that said top 30 QBs of all time by Dave Helbet had up there. I thought it was interesting that he has Breeze and Rodgers ahead of Steve Young and Brett Favre. That would be like the ones where I'm like, I don't, like Brady, Montana, Mahomes, Manny, Marino. I'm all fine with that. Elway to me is above Steve Young too. But like, I don't know, putting Breeze ahead of Steve Young, I don't like that. And putting Rodgers ahead of Steve Young, I'm not necessarily a fan of. I mean, I can't Unitas and Starbuck. I can't say anything about other than highlights. But I don't know. I think Favre and Young would be ahead of those guys. Am I wrong on that, or I don't know? Aikman should be ahead of them. I mean, we both no.
Aikman only had 20 touchdowns in his career. That was his highest passing total for a season.
So should Young be? Is Young better than Favre? I guess would be the first question.
No.
Yeah. Okay. You don't think
I
so?
don't know.
So, but would Young be better than Breeze, or do you think Drew Brees was better than Steve Young?
I think they're pretty equal. I don't
So
have an issue with people having. I have an issue with Rodgers being so low.
You think he should be higher?
Yeah.
Where should he be? Ahead of Marino?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I don't think Rodgers.
And I think Mahomes should be below Manning.
See, I think Steve Young has a case to say he's better than Aaron Rodgers.
Who?
Steve Young.
No, I think he has a case. I mean, I'm not like I think there's a case for all of it. Like from 12 to 3 can kind of be a case. I think 1 and 2 are cemented, and then I think it's a preference thing.
Yeah, because McNabb at 30, even like he made the list. Eli at 29, then you got Josh Allen 27. The one guy on the list that I always felt like is Kurt Warner. He probably could be even higher. I feel like on that as well, but he just had those down seasons with the Giants that kind of ruined his thing there with it. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of an interesting list.
Yeah, would you rather have Kurt Warner or Eli Manning?
I'd rather have Kurt Warner. I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'd rather. Would you have Kurt Warner over Aikman?
No, I mean Aikman won 3 Super Bowls, so it's different. It's hard to judge that. I'd rather have Kurt Warner, but
Kurt went to 3 Super Bowls but won 1, right?
Yeah, he was very nice and threw a nice interception to Harrison to end the half. That's the dumbest throw that he's ever made there. So, anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting, just looking at that over there. Anything else on your mind, Tyler, NFL wise?
Nah, I think. Have you guys looked into who you take first overall if you get the first pick?
I heard that the first quarterback might be this guy, the guy from Indiana, right? I heard
from Cal.
I know, Indiana. And I'm like, I was never impressed with him at Cal. I'm like, how in the world? I'm still not that impressed. I would just be like, bad as a Raiders pick of all time. I would be Mendoza. I just be like, I have no faith in Mr. Mendoza.
I want the quarterback from USF.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the other guy, Scattaboo. I heard you at Sacramento State. I didn't even know that case.
Yeah.
For 2 years. He's banging in there. I didn't know they were there.
Fucking stud.
My gosh, he's like.
Those are the guys in the NFL draft that you're like, he's unbelievable in college.
Yeah.
Like he produces. And then it's like, nope, he's a 4th round pick because he
racism.
1/10 of a second slower.
The racism.
Racism. 1/10 of a second slower than the running back needs to run. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
No, it is. It's absolutely nuts. I don't get it whatsoever.
That should have been the bigger slide than Shador. Why is this guy going this late? Doesn't make sense.
Shador was happy to say he's still QB3. So he's like,
but no, he moved to QB2.
Should the Raiders trade for Shador?
The Raiders should not be in the Shador business.
If I were him, I would pray that I do not go there. You would get obliterated. They have no offensive line, Brian. They're bad.
Here's Scattaboo at Sac State returning an onside kick. That's kind of a crazy little play. But let's see. When he takes it, he breaks one tackle. He breaks another. He's hugging them. It looks like they're like, he's in. That was one from Sac State. I was impressed with that, Mr. Scattaboo. I didn't even know he went there. I thought that was great.
They got program building now.
I know that it's all signs for him when we were over there and everything. I was shocked with how much they've come in that regard. So I don't know. So nothing NFL wise. The rest of the week, you guys got nothing there with it. So big games. Got us some. I would say under the radar games a little bit this week. Jays, Mariners, ALCS. We get that. We got Brewers, Dodgers, NLCS. Andrew Vaughn, the local guy out here, 2 home runs, big home run last night in Game 5 to give him the lead. That first pitch, the first at bat, I was like, oh, he's seeing the ball good. Second one, he was able to take out. What are you guys' early predictions? Who's making the World Series? Do the Brewers finally take down the big bad Dodgers? And can the Blue Jays from the North make it through? Let me see. I wanted to see if Bichette, he's off the ALCS roster. Bassett and Scherzer are on the ALCS roster. So obviously a big loss with Bichette, but their offense continues to be dominant. What do you make, Tyler? Who are you taking in those 2 series?
I got Seattle, and I mean, I'd pick the Dodgers if I wasn't a Giants fan. I think the Dodgers are ahead above everybody else, but I'm going to go Brewers for the sentimental reasons of the Andrew Vaughn. My 10 autographs of Andrew Vaughn have gone up in value the last week. Good for Andrew for hitting those home runs in the NLDS. But I think the ALCS is the series I'm going to be most interested in. The starting pitching of Seattle, the hitting of Toronto. It's going to be a fun series. And it's great to see teams that actually played well throughout the whole season
get rewarded
with this. It hasn't happened since 2007, I believe. 18 years, you haven't had 4 division winners in the championship series. It's good to see, and I think it's good for baseball.
It's great for baseball. It's great.
Oh,
they were saying this is the first time since 2016 that the Yankees or Astros are not in the ALCS.
That's not what I like. I just like the good teams who played the whole year, played good.
I don't want guys banging on trash cans. Come on, we need real wires.
Come on, you're not a big fan of Doug Funny and the Beats. Banging a lot of trash.
I love the Beats.
Blue Jays were last in against the Native Americans in 2016. That was the last time they made the ALCS. Brewers 2018. Brewers always felt like they had a little A's to me with the losses in the playoffs. You know what I mean? They'd have good seasons and they would be up in a game last year. Obviously, they're down to the last inning and they give up a home run to Pete Alonso. They always seem like they have bad luck in that regard. But I was happy that they were able to not blow a 2-0 lead and be able to get the win. So, Casey, you got the Blue Jays and to win it.
The Dodgers and Rattle Seattle. Come on.
The Dodgers and Rattle Seattle. Brian, who do you want to see?
I'm going to go a random one.
I'll get back to you, Case.
Brewers, Blue Jays.
That's the random one. Case, what were you going to say?
The AL one, I don't really care which one the wins. Honestly, I just want a good series. NL, obviously, pulling from Milwaukee for the hometown kid, Andrew. But AL, I think it's gonna be slugfest, man. I mean, the both teams can hit. I know Seattle seems like they have maybe a little better pitching, but I think it's great storylines, man. They're just both fun teams to watch. I love Vladdy Jr. Yankee lose.
I will be. Yeah, that's fine. I just think the one thing with the Mariners, I wanted to get the thought on that 15-inning game. I mean, those 2 throws by the catchers, both teams were literally as good. You could not. Those are maybe the 2 best throws I've ever seen a catcher make in clutch situations. One from the Mariners and one from Dinger. We got from the Tigers. I mean, the guy didn't even have to move. The glove was they slid right there. So that was my most impressive thing from that game. That was awesome.
No one thought the Colorado Rockies mascot would come out and just throw a seed the second. Dinger! Right on the veins. It was unbelievable.
So it's kind of cool that Milwaukee hosted over LA. So we'll get that. Your guy Kyle Tucker, he's going to be a free agent. San Francisco, here we come. Can he get there? Would you still want him even after he struggled a little bit this year?
Absolutely. Baseball, I don't mind. People struggle. There's obviously Aaron Judge who doesn't struggle ever. Everybody else struggles, and they're gonna have months where they don't look good. It's just part of baseball. Yeah, especially if you're playing defense.
Want to be the Giants manager, Tyler?
Who do I want to be the Giants manager?
Matt Williams.
No, I wanted to bring in. I wanted to bring in the 707 native from Montgomery High School, from
Brandon
Baltimore
Hyde.
Orioles, Brandon Hyde. I think he'd be a good fit. I think he fits Posey's philosophy. He's been successful before when he's had talent. That's who I'd bring in. But I think it's gonna end up being big Todd Hundley, who I'm not gonna be big. I'm gonna
Todd
be
Hundley.
God.
Another catcher. You guys are your catchers.
He's obsessed with catchers.
I wanted to pose this to you guys, Darren and Tyler, because Brian, you didn't really play baseball. So when that chopper gets hit back to the pitcher,
on the Phillies.
What do you think going through the head? Freak out? Like he just blacked out and just because he had a lot more time than I think he thought he did, right?
Either he thought there was one out.
No, he knew. No way. There's
Well, I mean, like, why else would you throw home? And then, or he just panicked and didn't think he could get the guy at first, I guess, and just threw it. But I love how the catcher's JT's just like this. Oh crap! It's coming to me. Like he's like, go to first, and then he's like, the guy's like, nope, I'm going to you, buddy. 100 miles per hour. It's like, no, I mean, what are we, the dumbest team in America?
Yeah, it reminded me of this is gonna be a little throwback. I don't know if any of you guys know it, Cat, but it reminded me of my 10-year-old championship game.
The White Sox
against the White Sox. When my brother threw it into right field with the guy on third.
I was gonna bring it up, and I was like, "I'll let you do it because I'll let Kyle get you, not me."
Yeah, I don't think he listens. My dad might bring it up to him. My dad will bring it up to him.
Somebody bring it up to him. We want to know what happened.
I remember I was just like, "That's not gonna be a good ride home."
I can assure you, it's been talked about multiple times since.
Oh man, yeah,
it's happened.
I was right there. Like I came like 2 minutes, and I was just like, "Oh, they're winning!" No, he threw it away, and then Tyler made an error right after. I was like, "Oh, this thing's going downhill."
That happened the other way.
I missed the part about I heard Tyler and then
No, you had an error right after.
I remember. I was.
I remember. We don't have to bring up all the bad stuff. He had a good moment. So anyway,
I was rooting for you guys. I hated the White
It didn't
Sox
sound
there.
like it right there. It
did not sound like it. It's not a negative.
Chris,
right
you were
there.
very antsy to bring up all the negative.
I heard I'm kind of same as T on that one. What? So we got those. That starts tonight. The other Tyler. Before I get to the winners and losers, Brian, I thought you might like this too because you kind of watch college football more than me. Tyler posted something online this week about the 25 best QBs of the past 25 years in college football. And the top 5 there is Burrow, Newton, Vince Young, Tebow, Matt Leinart. And then they have Andrew Luck down at 13, I think it is. No, 12, excuse me. He's behind guys like Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield. What do you guys think? Do you have a problem with that list? Winston's ahead of him at all? Do you think Burrow's the best quarterback the last 25 years? Is it not Tim Tebow or Vince Young? I mean, or Cam Newton? I would think that those would be number one, but I don't know. Any thoughts on that, Tyler? You posted it. What was your thoughts?
Well, I mean, my first thought was, how the hell is Andrew Luck number 12? Like, Stanford has sucked for 40 years. If he played on any of the teams above him, Florida State, Oregon, Clemson, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, USC, Florida, Texas, Auburn, LSU, they're winning multiple national championships in his 3 years that he's there. That's how good he was at Stanford. He was playing with the likes of like guys who never played in the NFL. I obviously had Sermon and Doug Baldwin, but Kobe Gerhart was his best running back. He was great in college, but he opened those things up. My first thought was Luck to be higher, and Burrow had 1 year, so I'd move him down. But the greatest year of all time, so he's still in the top 5. I don't know who I'd move out. Probably, I don't know who I'd move out because those first 5 guys are pretty legit.
What do you think, Brian? Any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'd probably put Cam Newton on.
Yeah,
he had 1 year too, though.
Well, I mean, that was a amazing year that he had when he was at Auburn. So.
I agree.
I don't know. Let's see. Another one that kind of caught my attention, and it was the guy number. I was like, how did I don't even recognize the guy number 24. Is that the guy from the Falcons now? that
Yeah,
Penix?
Penix.
Penix is one of the best in the last. I'm worried about our quarterback play in America. I'm just
Who
saying,
the hell is
if these
number
are
25?
25,
You got Alex Smith on there.
Alex Smith is on there. Yeah, I was trying to think out who 25 was as well. Is that the guy from? I know it's Florida State, obviously, but I was thinking the guy the Vikings drafted. That was like.
Ponder?
I thought maybe that was Ponder time. I thought that maybe that's who that was over there.
I'll take Smith, but I will not take him.
Oh, they take that. All right. Who's going to start us out with winner and the loser of the week? Brian, you want to start us out? We're going winner or loser to start?
We're doing loser. We're going to do a little controversy.
Mr. Negative.
Vote no on Proposition 50. It's a power grab from Noosa. But if you vote no.
Brian, I love it. How did you know we were at our ad was that this week? That was impressed by you. I didn't know that with it.
I was not giving me a compliment.
I think you should be winner of the week for bringing up two different Newsoms. I think you should be winner. I like you. I like it. So, Case, what do you got for loser of the week?
Prop 50. No,
that's
kidding, right. I'd say loser of the week has got to be the Phillies pitcher, man. That's the most little league fundamental play. You got to think 2 steps ahead. You got to make the out, buddy. I mean, everyone on your team hates you right now. They probably won't say it. It's, but yeah, definitely loser of the week, dude.
That's a good one. T, what do you got?
I got the managers of the Tigers just managing like big old men.
Big old what?
Say that. Say that.
I thought we were going to San Antonio women.
I tried to mute myself. The Tigers, you have the best pitcher in baseball. He throws 99 pitches, hasn't walked a soul, giving up 2 hits, 13 Ks in 6 innings, and you pull them, and immediately
you
know what happens.
That was terrible, by the way. Pitch of the 7th inning. Well, he's never gone more than 116. It's like, if you were going to go 116, this is the game you go 116 with. Oh, but did you not see the emotion, Tyler, he had on that last strikeout? Give me a break. I'm sorry. I had to just chime in on that because you're so right about that. That was terrible.
I agree. And I almost think the Mariners pulling Kirby after 66 pitches in 5 innings is just as bad. Like 66 pitches. These guys they're going to be asking for $200 million paychecks to pitch 66 pitches.
Now, Carpenter was 7 for 13 with 5 home runs against him, though.
What happened when they pulled him? What happened?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
What are we doing? 66 pitches? It's 66. My kids on my little league team throw more than 66 pitches. You gotta
you're
let these
sick.
guys.
You're sick.
You're paying guys. You have to let them pitch. It's embarrassing. If I am a manager and a GM, I'm looking at this and a pitcher said, or Kirby, if he wanted to come out after 60, I go, F you. I don't want you on my team. And if it's a manager, I'm talking to him, like, we're letting guys pitch more than this. It's not good for baseball. Like, imagine if Kirby goes 100 pitches, throws a complete game, and never gives up a run. He hasn't given up a run yet. You're just like this precautionary, like, bullshit about
the 5 home runs, Tyler.
It's
the 5 homers. He gave up 5 homers.
He gave up a homer. The next person who came in, they pulled him, and the guy hit a homer.
I'm with you. I just tried. That's not what Dan the Man Wilson thought. He said, "Let's go to the lefty." I thought I'm not a big fan of, after listening to him, Wainwright and Przinsky. I think there could be a better combo there than those two on the call. I was trying to figure out.
Very arrogant fellas.
Yeah, especially Przinsky is definitely right up there with that. Definitely arrogant, especially beating our A's with that homer. Always rubbed it in our face. Never appreciated that. Go ahead, Chase.
I do have another loser. I was telling Darren this, and Tyler, you guys will appreciate this, I think, because we're sports fans. And the guy comes in watching the TV, and he's like, "Oh man, great game!" He's like, Special Torkelson's on the team. He's the #1 draft pick. I was like, "That's cool." Well, you've been watching Andrew Vaughn. He's on the Brewers. He's from Mark West. He's like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "I'm surprised you don't know. He's a local team." And he's like, "Man, who's this pitcher?" I was like, "It's Tarek Skubal. He's like the best pitcher in the league." He's like, "I've never heard of him before." And I was like, You only know Spencer Torkelson, and that's the only thing you have to be brought up to make yourself a part of this conversation.
Casey took his man card away.
Where was this at?
I don't know, some random guy at the gym. It's like, don't feel like you have to be a part of the conversation.
Were you in the sauna with this man?
Towels were on.
The twig and berries were out.
What's the famous Charles Barkley? I got a bracelet from a man in the sauna or something like that. That's what's like. Oh, I got loser of the week. We already kind of talked about it. The 4 straight tush pushes was kind of insane. Eric Chavez came on this Foul Territory show, Brian, that this baseball podcast, and he's all, "I will never be a batting coach with." What did he say? He goes, "You cannot have 2 head hitting coaches. Players get confused when you have multiple voices." I didn't know they had 2 hitting coaches the whole year. That would have been loser of the week for me way earlier in the year if I heard about that. That's insane to me. You have 2 hitting. That was like the Giants with Gabe Kapler when they had 95 coaches. It's like you can only have so many voices in the locker room with guys. So 2
Come on, they had the first lady coach in Major League Baseball this week.
So special. So special. They got that.
The first old people to retrieve balls.
This is
the first ball she's ever retrieved.
It was a couple weeks ago, but USA losing the Ryder Cup. Come on. What do we do? Let's go. We got to get the job done. They let McElroy get excited over there. And then since we were talking about it, this is loser of the 2 decades. But here's that play with Eric Burns. I found it somehow as we were doing the show.
Oh, no.
The infamous slide by Eric Burns. Touch home plate.
Do you have to hot? You need to
in the series. Eric Burns coming home. The ball gets by Veritek, but
get up!
Burns. He's still
oh my leg!
Get up! You're going the wrong way.
Runs over, and he's out. Home plate on Paul Emil.
Oh, Eric!
No signal.
How could you do that to
Burns
us?
Is tagged out. As you can see, Veritek with a pretty good block.
Oh, that's Brian. That's loser of the decade. We got that.
Where's
that
Tejada?
I couldn't. I did
the same game too.
I remember Darren came over to my house afterwards. It was so deflated. It was like we're done.
Well, then Keith Fultz had a chance in Game 4, and he blew it as well, Johnson. Just devastating on your little TV in that room over there. We made it work. Here's your famous Miguel Tejada one too. Stop
for an intentional walk to load the bases. Hernandez under the glove of Nomar. Durazo scores. Miller.
He's in the way. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Again, Tejada is tagged out. Bill Welke said he did not award home plate to Tejada because Tejada stopped running on his own. Steve Palermo is the supervisor of Major League umpires.
Mockitude tried to.
Is that a real rule? Because that's a stupid rule.
It's an interpretation of a
Looking back at it, I'm like, why is he not awarded home?
Because he stopped running. He stopped running. They said
that's a worse rule.
Did they not call a fumble on? Why did not call a fumble for Tom Brady? We'll never.
Those are and then the other loser of the week we didn't get to because 2 weeks out, it's been away, is the A's finally saying, "Oh, we are going to put Sacramento on their jersey," like the last weekend of the series. Oh, you know what? Then we also hear they're going to have Sacramento Saturdays, whatever that means. So they'll have that as well. Really getting themselves into the city there. Brian, what do you got for a winner of the week?
I got one more loser. I got to rip on.
I got a lot of losers this week.
For even thinking that the Raiders would win more games than the 49ers. So.
All right.
Hold on, back to your A's put in Sacramento. Are they going to put SS on their jerseys like the Nazis?
I was
Sacramento Saturday, big SS.
Oh boy, you got to be careful with that. You don't want to do that.
Be careful, Sacramento.
Brian, do we have any winners of the week?
Yes, we have a winner of the week, and as much as I ripped on him last year, he's been the man this year.
I thought it was going to be me.
Kyle Shanahan has been the best coach in the league, and I'm giving all my love to him this year, so it's a direct opposite. So,
Kyle Shanahan, a treat, America. Coach of the year favorite, early looking on. What do you got, Case, for winner of the week?
The one sport Mark Davis is good at, the WNBA. Las Vegas Aces get their third championship in 4 years. Get one of these for the Raiders. I'll appreciate it. But definitely winner of the week. And then little side note winner, the fan that randomly was in Detroit wearing Dump It Here, and Cal Raleigh hit it exactly to that guy for number 61, which is pretty cool.
Number 61, Mr. Cal Raleigh. I mean, again, the throw he made was winner of the week for me on that one. Just unbelievable throw. Tyler, what do you got for winner of the week?
I mean, I mentioned it earlier. The 4 teams in the championship series making a championship series, first time since 2007. And then the discussion on Jalen Hurts, I didn't know to put in a winner or loser because it's just such a weird conversation to have. Like, still, it's hard to judge that player. And then my winners are Kurt Cignetti from Indiana football. If somebody told me Indiana football would be legit, like, I would have never believed you. I was skeptical last year. Like, they should be in the playoffs, but they proved me wrong just based on like what they've done in the next year. They're good. And then my other winner is Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
He actually looked like a professional quarterback. He'd get to the line, he'd audible, he had his calls, he was loud. He had a different arrogance about himself. Where he did make some mistakes where I just think he's going to get a little overexcited and do more than he should at times. But I was impressed with the way he played this year, or this whole year with Liam Cohen as head coach. I think he's going to take a jump in these next coming weeks, stat-wise as well.
I think that's a great winner of the week. I mean, Indiana, though, out of nowhere over Oregon, like that's. Yeah. And I saw some video of an Oregon State guy went to the game, and after they were leaving the locker room, I mean, this was pretty good trash talk. Now, granted, you're an Oregon State fan, so I don't know how much you could say it to Oregon, but he's like, "You're not winning it, Daddy. You're not winning it, Daddy. Oh yeah, you're not winning." I just thought it was good. And one of the Oregon players like, "Who are you to talk, man? You guys suck." And he's like, "You're not winning it, Daddy." He's just like I was like, that's actually pretty good trash talking. Like, not cussing at him or anything. He's just like just being a total jerk about it. It's just like at the game. I was like, it is a beaver in his outfit doing that. So, Sister Jean passed away, 106. Last week they said she retired. I was like, good Lord, you're retiring at 106 is impressive as well. So I thought that was winner of the week. She took a team to the Final Four. She coached them up, got them to the Final Four. Wasn't she the coach? Or I felt like she's the only person I remember from this.
Definitely the mascot. Yeah, you can't even name a player, but you can have Sister Jean.
I could name that with it.
Do you remember the school, Darren?
Huh?
Do you remember the school?
It was like Chicago something. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Chicago something was the name of it. That's the only thing I remember.
What do you love more, WNBA or Walker, Texas Ranger?
Oh, that's
That's really the question.
One of them has vagines, one of them doesn't.
If Cordell's in it, I like it.
I think Casey always has to lean a little towards Chuck. I think that's kind of part of how Casey does things. We always got to lean a little. Gotta lead. Chuck's just part of his aura. Look at him in those jeans right there. What a guy! What a guy! He's just look at that throwing a baseball. What's more American than that picture right there?
Right.
Can you go back to that picture? Does he have the hand on
the Casey? There he is. There's your boy.
Yes, he does. It
looks like he's got the wrong glove on his hand.
No, he's got. Well, come on, he's Jim Abbott. He's got Jim Abbott.
That's a left-handed glove.
Is that more Chuck showing off then? Is that his ability? He just keeps
come on, Chuck doesn't catch it with the glove. He catches it with his bare hand. That's just protected.
He just catches it with his bare hand. There's no doubt there. Brian, for my winner of the week, if I had to pick one, it would definitely be my guy Andrew Vaughn with it as well. None of us we guess we did mention Mark Sanchez at some point in this show, so we'll see what happens there with it on his side of it. But and then other winners maybe from the week that I'd have to say was is Ohio State going to be? I feel like they're just by far the best team right now in college football. It's not even like I don't even think it's a close second right now. So I would say that they're
Indiana.
Miami's up there. They deserve it.
Miami. You would put Miami up there. And then I got to give what was the other thing that was weird this week? The Dable thing, like running into the tent. That was like, what the heck was that? So medical team tried to do their job, and he's like, no, I don't want Russell Wilson in for more than 2 plays. That was out there as well. So I got that for winner of the week as well. But good week. you guys, good show. Good to be back on. I'm doing a little stuff with it as well. Tyler, you see any movies or shows you watching right now or anything? What are you doing? You watching?
No, I've just been chilling. A lot of work. Not really much on the TV movie aspect. I do want to go see the Leonardo DiCaprio movie with Paul Thomas Anderson as director. But I don't know. Time is tough to come back.
Time is on the way. Did you ever see that F1 movie with Brad Pitt was in it and the racy one?
No,
I kind of wanted to see that one too. That was one of them. Did Seth Rollins win yesterday, or did Cody Rhodes? How did that turn out? You got the dub. Brian, who won?
It was Seth Rollins won over Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes with that. Like he wins up with it, and then
John had a fantastic match against AJ Styles. That was a good match.
More than 5 minutes.
Instant classic. Did a little nice
instant classic. Oh, all right.
Did a homage to the Undertaker.
I need you to come back, Rock, and pull John Cena out for the worst heel character of all time. That's what needs to happen at Survivor Series.
You think he's the worst heel of all time? Case?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I don't know. What do you think, Case? Worst heel of all time?
I don't know about the worst. There's been some pretty bad heels. I mean, I don't know about the worst. Maybe for that status of a guy, but I don't think it was that horrendous.
I think the most underrated guy that played heel was Kurt Angle. I was like, I don't know, like something about Kurt Angle always got me there. I want to leave you with the scene here. I saw that was a funny part of a movie. That's why I brought it up. This is how I feel sometimes with my kids and working at school. I don't know. It's a classic, Mr. Uncle Buck. There we go with it.
Where do you live?
In the city.
Do you have a house?
Apartment.
Or a rent?
Rent.
What do you do for a living?
Lots of things.
Where's your office?
I don't have one.
How come?
I don't need one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
Are you my dad's brother?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
38.
I'm your dad's brother, all right.
You have much more hair on your nose than my dad.
How nice of you to notice.
I'm a kid. That's my job.
No. That's just one great scene with it. John Tandio there with it. But all right, gentlemen, enjoy the week. We'll see you guys next week. Tyler, you want to finish us off with one final thought here?
Is there a better kid actor than Macaulay Culkin in your lifetime? Real quick, you don't have to think too hard, but like he was good at what he did in everything he did. Whether it was Uncle Buck or that show, that movie with Elijah, the Hobbit guy, or he was the bad son. He was good at everything, and then he just disappeared and did his thing. I mean, obviously he had his troubles, but
saw him on Hot Wings or whatever that show called.
Yeah, he seems to be back too, which is good.
I think
watching that, I'm craving some big pancakes.
Uncle Buck's a weird movie too, man. It's kind of funny. I would say yes, Tyler. He is. I'd say. Yeah, I mean, he definitely made the most money out of it at that time. I'm sure now some guys get called with it, but
I guess the other one, the kid from 2.5 Men, was pretty popular for a while.
But he didn't do movies.
Angus.
Yeah, he did the one with the rookie with Dennis Quaid.
Oh, I guess he did do that one. I was thinking the guy from Jerry Maguire maybe too. He did Stuart Little.
No, I think the one guy who could really is the guy from I See Dead People.
I see. Oh yeah. What's her name? She's the one, maybe.
Not her. It's a boy.
I know, but the other one, the girls who I'm thinking about.
Did he transition? I think he was in the movie the TV show with.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The baseball TV show on HBO with.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of it either. I'm trying to think of the girl that was the Man on Fire. The one on the girl was the Man on Fire.
If you're gonna do that, then you'd have to do the Olsen twins.
With that,
I'm out.
See you, Brian. No, that was good. I would say for sure that one. They're definitely up there for sure on that. So that's great. All right. Well, that's why I was wondering about TV shows and that stuff. So, all right, Warriors are getting closer too. So we're getting to that. I had a couple.
Brian's gonna love those.
Some guy I saw on the Pacers with some like ridiculous dunks.
Perfect.
I know. I was like, Tyler, have you seen these dunks?
No, I have not seen them.
My God.
Do they have them on Twitter?
Let me see if I can get it real quick. I mean, I'm talking like, how have I not heard of
like
Mr.
Gerald Green?
Probably, yeah, definitely has that. I mean, in terms of throwing it back, I would say he definitely has. I I got it right here. Let me see if I can get it.
Or
He
is it
definitely has.
Amari style.
It's more like more.
It's a 1 foot jump kind of guy.
He likes to cock it back. Let's put it that way. He likes to. Let's see. I got it right up here. All right, now here we go. Let me see if I can get it. There it is.
Here he is in real time. He's up there and he's just waiting to get that one down. He wants to make sure the bench sees it. That's a punch. Ooh, that's a poster.
Yeah, he's got some. That was last night, I think, in a game, but he's got some other highlights I missed from summer league where I'm like he brought it like down to his hip a couple times. A white
How
guy.
do we not lead with a white boy?
We could have just talked.
I was definitely expecting to see a darker skin complexion.
Should we just talk Scattaboo and Furphy next week? Scattaboo,
Furphy.
Prop 50.
Mac Jones, Prop 50.
He's winning Toby Gerhart. So
More Newsom.
Toby Gerhart. All right, guys. Good luck. Good luck in the game today. Raiders as good a chance to ever win.